Have you ever been frustrated to see that some people manifest money in every way possible, and others struggle to provide for themselves even the most basic living? Does it ever bother you? But there is no big secret to those who manifest money easily. Money will follow you just like it follows the rich. It's just that these people have been taught, or they have learned, or they have grown up with a mindset that makes them a very easy target for money to attract. And that's why, in today's video, I'm going to talk about some behaviors that you can use to attract money. As for me, I used to be one of those people who could barely make ends meet. And so I have lived both parts of this uncertainty. I am someone who really struggled to get money. I wasn't earning that much. I had some debts. But luckily I am now in a place where a lot of money is showing up to support me. More money than I can spend. And interestingly, doing these things has made a massive improvement in my life. If you have tried these techniques and seen success, let me know in the comments section below. If you have other techniques you would like to share, do share them in the comments section. Let's move on. If you want money to chase you, you really have to work at it. With the law of attraction, we talk a lot about appreciation, about being grateful, and about having what you have. But what you often see in people who are cash-strapped is that they have a hard time appreciating what they have. There is a very strong tendency, when we don't have as much as we would like, to focus on the lack rather than the abundance. I know. This is exactly what happened to me. I knew I should appreciate things, but when bills came in that were hard to pay, or when I felt like I couldn't do the things I wanted to do, it felt hard to appreciate things, and especially if I got to see other people doing really well, it felt very challenging for me to feel abundance in that moment. But I had my little hack for those times, which I'm going to share with you. And if you're struggling to appreciate the money you have, it's extremely helpful. And yes, this isn't just a play on words. This is a statement that is true. It may not seem true at first, but it is true. And when you recognize the truth of this, you can use it all the time. And if you can use it all the time, it will allow more money to come to you. And this statement is, I always have more than enough, I always have more than enough, I always have more than enough. Yes. Let's understand why this is so effective. You always have more than you need. You always have enough to survive, because you know how to survive. That is why you have to feel that you always have more than enough. It may not be as much as you want, but you always have more than enough. This is very effective with the law of attraction because the vibration itself is saying, I have more. And the law of attraction will reflect back to you what you are saying and thinking on a regular basis. Maybe a bill comes and you don't want to pay the bill. Just do one thing. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, I always have more than enough, I always have more than enough. This is a way to appreciate the fact that the universe is supporting you. You are being given resources, you are being given money. Now it is our responsibility to make it even bigger. Now I have some more tips for you here. But first of all, if you like law of attraction, manifestation related videos, then do subscribe to the channel. Done? Well, there is one more little trick that you can do to attract money closer to you. It has to do with spending your money. One thing that I have noticed, which has happened to me and I have seen it in other people as well, is that when we want to attract abundance and we don't feel that abundance, we are often daydreaming. Once I just have 10 lakhs, once I have this much in the bank, once I have this much to retire on, etc. Have you ever had any such visualization? Do you want that whenever you open your bank balance, there should be some big number in it? If so, now listen carefully. See, there is something wrong with actually wanting the zeros that you want. There is nothing wrong with wanting zeros. But what happens is that often people have this idea that I don't want to spend. I have to keep my money so that I can have more zeros. And that is not really good for attracting money to you. Money wants to go where it is being spent. Money has a purpose. It has a symbolic purpose. And that is why when we are not using money for its purpose, it blocks its energy. You may be wondering that I don't have a lot of money to spend on people. So that is where the trick comes in. This little trick gets you in the mood to spend without actually spending it. The trick is very simple. You just want to get some money. And this is the money that you are planning to keep. But you are going to spend it vibrationally, which means spend it in your mind several times a day. The bigger the amount of money you have for this game, the better, because the more vibrational you will be spending it. This is a very effective trick. It gets you out of the mindset that I have to accumulate things. I have to hold on to things. Instead, it puts you in the mindset that I can afford this. Attracting money is all about vibration. If you are able to repeat it in your mind by visualizing buying something that you have the money for, you are vibrationally saying to the universe over and over again the secret mantra that we learned earlier: I always have more than enough. Everything is energy. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you will receive that reality. When you are vibrating at a lower frequency, you will attract lower level experiences. And if you are vibrating at a higher frequency, such as love and abundance, you will attract higher level experiences. That's why, if you want to attract more money and success into your life, you need to work on raising your vibration. You can do this in many different ways, but you need to be consistent to see the best results. And the easiest way to be consistent is to develop a morning routine, which can help raise your vibration on a daily basis. I've found that when I'm consistent, I manifest things effortlessly. Even if you just start a consistency routine and get started, you'll be on your way to creating the positive changes you desire. So let me know in the comments below what techniques you apply to raise your vibration. And if you follow the things I've told you in the video consistently, you'll also manifest money just like people who don't put in any effort at all.